What's up,
Let's
David?
do this.
And I broke the rod tip. So we are now live at Lowe's. I need Gorilla Glue. Well, I thought I did. Because I don't want to use epoxy. It's really weird. You have to mix it, try to shove it in there, and I don't know if it's going to fit right. So the only problem with this one is it expands 3 times, and I don't want it to do that. So I'm looking at all the other varieties of this. Wood, stone, metal, ceramic, foam, glass, I guess a fiberglass. It might work actually. It's got fiber and glass. And then there's all these other options. Super glues. I don't want a super glue because I think super glue is weak over the long run, and especially on a tip that needs to be active. I think a foamy type substance that holds really well might actually work. So I'm looking at the white Gorilla pen. And so it dries faster, it's waterproof for indoor or outdoor, and I think it doesn't expand like the other one does. Damp it, glue it, clamp it for 30 minutes. Let's try it. This amazing goop. I saw some people were buying this on Amazon, sealing in the rod holders and that type of thing in their kayaks. And I can't remember if I added this to my cart or bought it, but for $4, it's not too bad of a price, I guess. It says it's got extreme flex and waterproof and paintable, so I don't know if I would want black crap on my kayak. It might look a little messy and get dirty, but you can always scratch it off, right? Use some goo off. Anyway, we'll grab both. Also, the Gorilla Glue might work well for the other things I need to do. For instance, the chairs I need to repair and that sort of thing. I don't think the white glue is the one that I want, although it says it works the same and dries faster. It doesn't expand, but it works for wood too. So let's give it a shot and see how well this repair holds up, and we'll test it out and do some fishing with it a few days later, and we'll get back to you with some results. Come on, baby. Time to repair this thing and see what we can do. I decided that basically I was just going to take off the rest of this piece right here. All I'm going to lose is this little 1/4 inch, maybe 1/2 inch of actual rod, so it shouldn't really affect the play much or anything else. The only problem I have is how to get this all properly in there. Got a little baby drill bit, got some of these to try to rip this all out. Got some Gorilla Glue. I'll throw a link in this one. This is a different one. It's white. So it dries faster, flexible, waterproof, yada yada, and doesn't expand as much as the other one. And my broken rod tip. So let's get to it. Wow, that breaks really, really easy. I'm not surprised that broke in the door. Looks like we got it nice and clean, and I can see right in there. Let's see if the rest of the rod tip fits in nicely. If it does, then we just cover it in glue and we're good to go. There's our broken piece. Oh wow, that is perfection. Let's just measure this out. That should be enough to hold it, 1/2 inch. Could probably even clear this a little bit more. I don't want to break this the rest of the way. There is metal here where it comes together, so if it was enough to hold it the first time, should be enough to hold it this time. Just now we'll be adding a little bit of glue. We need to wet this tip before we stick the glue, because this white Gorilla Glue has to use some sort of it's a double curing process or something like that, so you have to damp it, then glue it and clamp it tight. Now I don't have a clamp, so what I'm going to do is put some heat shrink on there, and I'll heat it up with my heat gun, which will kind of clamp it down, and then I'll use this or something along the lines to just keep it tighter together. So we have our water, we have our heat shrink tubing, we have our tip, we have our rod end, and we have our glue. So let's go ahead and start this up. First, because this is so thin, I probably just have to use the thinnest little piece of heat shrink tubing I have. Of course, it's not going to look, you know, professional or whatever, but it's definitely better than, you know, it won't look terrible, but it's definitely better than just having a glob of glue sticking out. So we'll just squeeze this down and be prepared for the next piece to come on. Once we're done, we'll just slide it up and heat shrink it in place. So I'm just going to use this little helping hands here to keep everything in place. This way I could line everything up and have it perfectly together waiting for me. Just stick this on. Let's go ahead and get this wet. A little dab should go a long way. So let's go ahead and get this in there. And be sure you have something underneath. I'm just using the box because when it drips, just like that, you don't want to have a mess on your hands to clean up your workbench afterwards. Just kind of make it all uniform. And again, since I don't want my clamp to be covered in glue, and I want this to look a little more highly professional, just make sure that's all lined up perfectly. And now we just heat shrink this in place. Now I'm using low not to get anything out of the way. Let's go ahead and make sure we didn't mess anything up. Make sure they're all still pointing just right. And it looks to be good. Let's just take a peek this way. It appears that they are all lined up. And that's that for that repair. And I think aside from giving it a little cleanup and getting rid of that right there, once I get that done, everything will be hunky-dory, and I think it'll actually expand and whatever inside of there and keep it just right. Hopefully it doesn't get messed up. And I think it only takes 30 minutes to 60 minutes to dry, so we'll be checking it out here in about an hour, how the repair actually worked, and we'll get back to you. Alrighty guys, take care and thanks for joining, and I appreciate your views on this video. If you liked it, thumbs up. If you appreciate the repair or you have any better ideas, don't be afraid to shoot them my way. I'm sure I'll have more broken rod tips in the future, but again, lesson you only need to learn every now and then. And then you're a little more stringent until you start to relax and leave them again and let them hit in the door. So, alrighty guys, take care. Once again, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever, doesn't matter. Take care. Have a great day.